I mean, look at this sauce. Look at how I look like. Oosh, hot. Just basically off the fire, still looking fine, still looking hot. Honestly, want to tell you that I feel very good about myself. In the previous years, when life was all about vanity for me, I used to feel like, wow, growing old is, like such a hectic thing to do. Like, you're losing your beauty, you're losing your vibe, you're losing your it. But growing up right now, oh yeah, so guys, I'll be sharing with you 26 things that you should know before you turn 26. Now, I'm holding a book. It makes me feel like a teacher, but I don't really mind because life is all about learning. It's a totally revolving journey around about learning. So number one, you need to know that number one, life is spiritual. So your life, the life of the person next to you, the life of the person, of the people that you love, revolves in the spirit. So if something happens to them, it definitely has its origin from the spirit. So you know where to fight your battles, you know where to focus if you intend on getting some things out in the spirit, because life is spiritual. Number two, learn new skills. Also focus on your strong points. The last video I shared, I told you guys that if you have a liking for baking, you should bake. If you have a liking for traveling, you should travel. If you have a liking for anything, you should do it. So this is the point where I tell you, focus on your strong points. What are your strong points? Are you very eloquent? Are you very good with fashion, good with suggesting ideas when it comes to decorating a house? I mean, come out, let people know about what you do best, so they can support you there. Now, when people know what you do best, they can easily recommend you for certain opportunities. Besides focusing on your strong points, you also need to give time to learn new skills. Like I started off this video, I said life is all about learning. Learn something new every day. Do not tire. I know it's very, I mean, sometimes it's very expensive because you have to load data, and then you have to pay attention, and then sometimes it's not even like live webinars, it's something that has been recorded, so you'd rather settle for something else or do something else on your phone or your computer or with your family. But I challenge you to challenge yourself to learn something new each and every day. It's very helpful. Number three, which is very close to my heart, do not settle for less. Know your value. I do not know how much I can speak about that. I could speak about it the entire day, like from when the cows moo in the morning to when they go to sleep late in the evening. Number one, it's very important for you as an individual to know your value. Why? When you know your value, you will not settle for less. If you know that you're very beautiful, you will not settle for, just a coy guy. If you know that you're very hardworking, you will not settle for a particular amount of salary. I remember working at a job one time, and I really loved impact. I really loved giving back to the community, but I found myself in a fix where I realized, wow, the money I was being paid was, like getting done like first week of the month. How is that? And I was giving it my all. I was giving it my all. I can't even stress that very much. So I learned that this money, so this one time I really take my mom out to eat. So I'm excited. I have my credit card. I go to my bank and I realize there's like 30,000 on my account. Yeah. So by this time I was earning 1 million shillings. Yeah, and I realized, oh my god, 30,000 on my account, and it's like basically the first week payday was like me, and this Saturday I have 30,000 on my account. Now I'm not very extravagant. I need to point that out because I know some people could be really, how could your money, 1 million shillings, get done in just a week? No girl, no boy. I have responsibilities. I also need to start like a deputy parent responsibilities, deputy, auntie, deputy, deputy whatever. So I have a lot of responsibilities. So this time, and I was depending very highly on my job at this time. So I realized I have 30,000. It made me ponder and reflect on what I was doing in my life. I mean, I was giving my best shot. People in the industry doing what I can do are earning way better. Yeah, and even those who like I'm better than were earning better. I sat, reflected, and realized, no, this is not the person that I want to be. This is not the place that I belong to. So you need to know your value. If you do not know your value, you're going to sell yourself short. Yeah. So pay attention. Weigh the benefits. If, say, for example, I understand that 1,000,000 shillings is quite some money. Yes, but you need to weigh what are your responsibilities versus this amount of money. Yeah. Also, what is the net, I mean the average person earning with the same skill set as you, the same job as you. Yeah. So then you can reflect on your value. Yeah. Number 4 is love wholeheartedly. I love love. I'm a lover of love. I mean, love is just the most beautiful thing that the world has ever experienced. And each and every day we see people fall in love. We see people praise love, because love makes you better. Love exposes you to the world. So you need to learn to love wholeheartedly. Love your family wholeheartedly. Love your friends wholeheartedly. Love your partners wholeheartedly. Yes, this does not mean they will not hurt you or harm you. Yeah, and I am not even in any way suggesting that you should tolerate when they hurt you or harm you. No. We go back to know your value. Yes, love them wholeheartedly, but even then, know your value. So you need to start to love wholeheartedly. When you love without holding back, it's just a beautiful thing to be able to pour out without restraint, without restriction, because that way you're able to give the world a bit of who you are. Yeah, and how I need to stress this as well, how people interact with what you give them about yourself is not about you. Yeah, you are perfect, you are beautiful, you are everything that is paramount. So let not how someone interacts with you ever make you doubt yourself. Yeah. And number 5, learn the art of negotiation. Wow, I love negotiating. If you need to buy a dress, yeah, and in your bag you have say 50,000, this guy is stretching it to 70,000, but you totally need that dress. I mean, it's the dress that has striked your eye. So you need to learn how to negotiate. Negotiation is where you come with why and what you can offer, and then meet this other person halfway. Yeah. So negotiate, especially for the women. Yeah. You need to know that when you're getting into a workspace, these men that have been employed and are doing the same. That are doing the same thing as you. So you need to find out how much are these male species being paid versus you. Because if you're offering the same service, you need to be able to negotiate your worth. Yeah? Know your value. I mean, it just really takes back to knowing your value. So learn the art of negotiation. Number 6 is prayer is much more than mumbling words. Yeah, it is a place. So we've been taught all of our primary life, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Beautiful, beautiful. But beyond just mumbling words, you need to get to a place where prayer has impact on your life. Yeah. So and prayer is a place, by the way. So you need to just stop mumbling life and settle down. Let the Holy Spirit work in the inside of you, so that it's what you exude on the outside when you pray to our loving Father. So prayer is much more than mumbling words, and prayer changes lives. Prayer does the utmost beautiful things that you could ever imagine. I've seen people, if you have heard of testimonies are as a result of prayer. So pray, you will receive your testimony. Start now. Every day, challenge yourself to pray maybe 3 times a day. Pray 5 times a day. I mean, you can even pray the entire day. I mean, do not leave the place of prayer. Yeah. Number 8 is nothing rewards you more than acceptable service. So we all know that Jesus served the earth. Jesus served humanity. Jesus served the people around him. And guess what? He was rewarded with all of heaven, all of earth, all of everything. I mean, there's nothing that is done without it being being in the name of Jesus Christ. So you need to know that when you offer a service, let it be acceptable. Let it be from your heart. There's a scripture that says, if you set out to do something, do it as though you are doing it for the Lord. Yeah. So I could just actually bring it down to the layman person. If you set out to do something, do it as though your crush is seeing you. Man, you know what it is doing stuff when your crush is gonna see you. I mean, you will. Hey, I've been there. So offer acceptable service if you have to. Yeah. Number 9, relaxation is key. Your life needs it. I'm reading from a book, like I said. Relaxation is key. Your life needs it. We are overworking ourselves these days. I mean, we are looking for the money. Capitalism is everything. That is why you have seen many people fall into a depression, because I mean they are working so much because I mean they need to feed the family, they need to take care of themselves, they need do all these things. Yeah, but I would urge you to always take time to relax. And if there is anything you should be grateful for about these COVID times, is that COVID period and the lockdown it has caused, is that it has given you time to relax. And make sure you use the best time to relax. Make sure you relax. Take off time to shut your computer down. Yeah. Just lay in bed. I mean, eat all the food. Relax. When was the last time you actually woke up at beyond 7, beyond 6 a.m., beyond 5 a.m. So use this time to relax. It will energize you, energize your spirit, energize your body, energize your soul. And remember, a body that is energized is a body that can do wondrous, miraculous things. Yes. So number 10 is recognize your friends. Recognize your friends and those that are signs of a season. Yeah. My father likes to say, you need who are your friends and who the people that you know. Yeah. Yes. So you need to recognize your friends. When you recognize your friends, you find out who is for you and who is against you. Yeah, basically. And some people you should know stay just for a season. Yeah, so you need to, like I was saying, I found out recently who my friends are. I'm a very social person. I could enter a room and talk to over 20 people in just 30 minutes. Yeah, but regardless, January the 12th. Yeah, I've seen that I have friends. Yeah, and even people that I did not consider as close friends. The things that they did and the support that they showed really had me reflect on bringing them closer, having them closer as my friends. Yeah, so you need to recognize who are your friends. Not everyone is your friend. Yeah, I mean, even Jesus had 12 disciples, but how many people followed him? Hundreds, thousands of people followed him to just know what he was up to, what gospel was he going to preach, what was the parables he was speaking about, a sign of. So, but then he chose 12 people to himself. And even among the 12, there were just a few people, a few disciples that were in on what Jesus was truly about. Yeah. So recognize your friends at all times. Yeah. And maybe I need to state sometimes your workmates are not your friends. Yeah, pack up your bags and go home. Yeah, unless there's actually a relationship where people like appreciate and really check up on you. Like, they're very concerned about your well-being. That is how you know that this is a budding friendship. This is something that I can pursue as a friendship. Yeah, a person that I can pursue as a friendship. Yes. And number 11. Or at all times, speak your truth. Yeah. So there is a thin line between truth and lies. Yeah. Most times our integrity is tested, and most times we fall into the trap of telling lies. Yeah. Of living the kind of life that people would expect us to be. I mean, if people say, for example, if people think Cynthia is very rich, and yes, I am very rich, so they believe that perhaps I should be staying in a 5-star mansion, driving a limousine, etc, etc. And I then try to buy into their opinion of who I am. That deviates me from my truth. What is your truth? Yeah, what is your truth? You need to stand out and say, this is my truth. I like my hair ragged. I like my hair out natural. I like men's shirts. I like traveling. I like, without paying attention to what people think about you, because when you pay attention to what people think about you, you're going to live a miserable life. So at all times, speak your truth. I mean, if you like expensive stuff, go for the expensive stuff, girl. I mean, if you like cuter girls, go for cuter girls, boy. I mean, let nobody stand in your way, because that is your truth. You like standard. Set standard for your life. Do not settle for anything else. Yeah. So number 13, this is very important. Debt is not your friend, and by debt I mean amavanja. Stop getting money that you're not going to pay back. Stop getting money to invest in your business if you think your business has no future in paying that debt back. It's very infuriating, frustrating as well to know that you took a lump sum of money and you cannot pay it back. You need to set a standard for yourself. Say, for example, if I must have a debt, it should never go beyond 100,000. Yes, and between this period of time, I'm paying back this money. Yes, so because I mean, living with a debt is gosh, I've had debts before. Yes, and gosh, you are sleeping, but you are not asleep. Yeah, because you're thinking about, I need to pay this person's money back. I need to pay back. And you know what, guys? Stop taking lump sums of money. Stop. Those things will rob you of your happiness. So debt is not your friend. Stay away from debt, I beg of you. Yeah. Number 13 is, if you must speak, let your words build people. Guys, I used to be fat. You know how you're fat, and you meet someone, you meet your friends, and the first thing is like, oh my god, you're fat, oh my god, you've added weight. For any woman, it just shatters your self-esteem. So I beg of people, you have to be kind. If you must speak, make sure your words are words that build. Yeah, find a way to go around with communicating that someone has added pounds. You could just say something as happy as, oh wow, you look healthy. Oh wow, what is making you happy? Oh wow, are you like find a way to just unburden people from your criticism, because it's very ugly, I have to say. And also I also need to speak for the small people. Stop telling people that, oh my god, you've grown so small. Shy. Guys, grow up. Learn to communicate. If you must speak, let your words be able to build up somebody to be a better person than they were before they met you. Yes. Also find a way to criticize. If you must say something harsh, make sure it's not out of contempt, but you're trying to deliver helpful criticism for someone to become a better version of themselves. Yes.